I don't think with France and Spain there's much tactical thing. I think both the teams were very aware, especially France was very aware that Spain is a very strong midfield. They'll keep the ball. They are very good at building up from behind, and they will keep a lot of possession. And that was what I think the Spanish team were, and they have played like that throughout the tournament. So I think France maybe could have changed a little bit on their tactical things, especially in the midfield to win more battles because they had four great players who are good attacking wise, but they're not those players who can get the balls, get run after the balls, do the defending. I think that's where I think Spain really made a big difference. So they were really good. They really kept Mbappe and Olise starving of balls coming to them. And tactically, I think Spain, what they did it 100% in the style they play, and they kept those positions and really dominated the match. Second semi-final, I was a bit surprised. I had expected England would win against Argentina because Argentina had been struggling, but the way every match they have come back, I think shows a big character in the Argentina team. England first goal they scored, they took a lead. I think after that, the way they went defensive was something which was very, very shocking. I think they should have again made few changes, kept that momentum in terms of attacking. Once you go one goal up and then you defend remaining 20, 30 minutes with Argentina, it's definitely difficult. So I think it was quite surprising that entire thing they just went in front of their box and just defended, which I think really did not help the team. That's what I think it was a bit surprising because one goal lead is always a very risky thing. Uh, yes, defensively they might be more organized, but I think that they should have not gone too defensive at least from for a very very long time. So yeah, if you look at 12% possession and then that shows that then you've not crossed the opponent halfway mark in that 12% possession. So that itself shows that I think you went defensive minded. It became too much, and yeah, after 20, 30 attacks, one or two is bound to go in. I think that's again, big players rise in big occasions. So the second goal assist was a big, big one. Yes, he was a little fortunate because the defender got a little injured, so could not close him down early. But again, I think that's Messi, and you give him one chance, he's gonna create a lot of problem, and either he's gonna score or either he's gonna create. So you don't give such kind of big players with that kind of talent any opportunity, and he was given half a chance, and he just created that goal assist. Again, it's very difficult to compare, but I think if you look at Maradona, and I saw him in '86, and I saw him in other things as well. Uh, Maradona, yes, you need to give him credit. You need to give him credit that he single-handedly won the World Cup in '86. I think no player in the world has done that, winning a tournament. Messi, I think, is a great player, but he's got a great team around him who really works for him. For Maradona, he had to work for everybody and also create those opportunities, score goals, and win. I think Maradona, for me, just because single-handedly is won World Cup, which I don't think any player in history has done that for any World Cup, winning single-handedly. With Messi, I think is almost near. If he can win this year's World Cup, I think he'll obviously reach the status of Maradona. He's already won one World Cup, but to overtake Maradona, I think he needs one more World Cup to win. I still feel I think Spain is a very complete team structure. They don't really wait for a single player or a moments to do it. They will control midfield. So again, you can't you know keep away Argentina because every time we always felt in the last knockout stage Argentina is dead and out, and they've come back strong. So that coming back, they some way or the other they always find something to come back and win the matches when you felt that they've lost it, they have no chance to come back. They have done that few times. So very very difficult, but definitely Spain has a better midfield. The way the team structures, the style, it does suit them against Argentina. But again, Argentina can be unpredictable. But I still feel Spain has got a better chance to win the World Cup. No, I think so far, I think it's okay because a lot of times the decisions are coming quite fast and without stopping as well. They are just looking into it and telling referee in the ear to carry on. So I think technology can come in as far as is not stopping the game and delaying and making the game, boring. If they can have the technology and the matches can keep progressing, and if there is any decision that was wrong, then you can stop and award that decision. So I think the game should not stop. So far, it's been okay. I think there have been, decent maximum. I think we've got technology right. There are only one or two occasions where it's not gone right, and it's been quite a questionable decision. But apart from that, I think it's been quite good. It's just that technology should come in and help, but it should not delay and stop and make the game boring. If according to the law wise, I don't think it is really favored Argentina as such, but there are some occasions where it could be looked. The decision could have taken more on a common sense basis, especially the Switzerland game, which was a second yellow card and a red card. I think that can easily, yes, law wise it is, but there are a lot of things where you don't have to go by law and it can be overlooked by the referee. And that was not in anywhere middle of the field in the center area. The ball had gone out for end throw, and I think that second yellow card could have been easily avoided. But yeah, again, it is that way. I think few of the decisions definitely has gone in favor of Argentina. For my Indian footballers and Indian football fan and Indian football, I think it's a welcome move to have more teams because I'm not saying we will qualify, but we will have a better chance to qualify if from 48 they increase to 64. But that doesn't mean that we don't do any of our work. We have to still do a lot of work and get our system structure, grassroots development, and produce more players, more kids. We need to bring in them to play football. As Temat said once in his interview that India needs to focus on qualifying for under 17, under 20 World Cup, then the senior, then only you have chance. Like what Uzbekistan, Morocco's are doing. I think they're qualifying for the under 17s, under 20s World Cup regularly, being a very small nation, So I think that is what we need to focus on. And 64 team from an Indian perspective, it's a very welcome move because we'll have little better chance to qualify. But yes, I think if overall fans, football fans across the world, and the value and the excitement of World Cup, the quality of football, I think would definitely decrease if you have 64 teams, playing the World Cup. In that way, I think women's football has got much better chance than the men's football to qualify for the World Cup. But we need to put in more interest, more. I think the league has to be with more teams for women, different leagues for different age groups. There has to set up a lot of grassroots football program. We need to give women more opportunities and more. I think you know a value because why would a girl child want to play football and make a career? Is there a career to be made? Is there, that really helps her to be completely professional playing football? I think those opportunities need to be created for Indian women teams. So until and unless that doesn't happen, then a lot of parents and the girl who's playing football also does not see a great future. That is definitely going to affect the sport. This should definitely help in short term. I think right now we are definitely in terms of performance and in terms of results we're struggling. So a good quality who's playing in a good league, highest league, like for example what Bangladesh has got done. I think bringing players like Hamza, I think those quality players can always come in. But again, just because OCI playing in somewhere and if he's not really outstanding than any of our players, then no point. Some OCI players who are playing in a very high league and playing in good clubs across the world can be always brought for a short term thing, but long term, I think we still need to develop and do a lot of work.